Edinburgh, Scotland, a city of timeless beauty, cobblestone streets and historic secrets. But in May 2010, this serene city became the center of a chilling mystery, the sudden and unexplained disappearance of Suzanne Pilley. Suzanne Pilley, 38 years old, was a bookkeeper for Infrastructure Managers Limited, a job she walked to every day. On the morning of May 4th, 2010, she left her flat in Whitsun Road and took her usual route into the city centre. She was last seen at around 8:50 a.m, walking down Thistle Street, just yards from her office. But she never arrived. No sign of a struggle, no screams, no witness reports. Suzanne had simply vanished. Police initially treated the case as a missing persons investigation. Suzanne was reliable and close to her parents, contacting them multiple times daily. When she failed to call, they knew something was terribly wrong. Soon, detectives focused on CCTV footage, interviews with co-workers, and Suzanne's recent personal life. The trail quickly led to David Gilroy, a colleague and Suzanne's ex-boyfriend. Their relationship had ended months earlier, but according to friends, it had become strained, even disturbing. Soon, detectives focused on CCTV footage, interviews with co-workers, and Suzanne's recent personal life. The trail quickly led to David Gilroy, a colleague, and Suzanne's ex-boyfriend. Their relationship had ended months earlier, but according to friends, it had become strained, even disturbing. Gilroy was the last known person to see Suzanne. Investigators found inconsistencies in his timeline, odd movements recorded on his car's GPS, and injuries he could not explain. Most disturbing of all, he took an unusual detour into the remote Argyll countryside the day Suzanne vanished. He returned hours later, his car showing signs of cleaning and long-distance driving. Still, there was one major issue. There was no body. Despite lacking a body, the evidence was damning. Text messages revealed possessiveness. Gilroy had scratches on his hands and forearms. Cadaver dogs indicated the presence of a body in the office and his car. In 2012, David Gilroy was arrested and charged with the murder of Suzanne Pilley. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 18 years. To this day, Gilroy has refused to reveal where Suzanne's body is buried. Suzanne's parents, Rob and Sylvia Pilley, have never been able to lay their daughter to rest. Their pain compounded by the cruel silence of the man who took her life. Somewhere in the remote wilderness of Scotland lies the final resting place of Suzanne Pilley. And with each passing year, the truth grows colder. The forensic team faced a daunting task. With no body, investigators relied heavily on microscopic clues and forensic technology. Bloodstains found in Gilroy's car and on office furniture were tested. DNA evidence linked Gilroy directly to Suzanne's disappearance and murder. However, despite exhaustive searches, no trace of Suzanne's remains was ever recovered. This case became a landmark in Scottish forensic history, demonstrating how modern science could secure a conviction even without a body, but it also highlighted the limits of forensic science in delivering full closure. Suzanne's case gripped Scotland and beyond. The media attention brought pressure on law enforcement, but also raised difficult questions about privacy and sensationalism. The community rallied to support the Pilley family, holding vigils and campaigns, calling for answers. Yet the silence from Gilroy about the body's location left a painful void for many who hoped for a definitive end to this tragedy. The story of Suzanne Pilley is a stark reminder of how fragile life can be. and how justice is often only one part of healing. Though her body remains lost, Suzanne's memory lives on in the hearts of her loved ones and the community she touched. Her case changed legal precedents in Scotland, pushing authorities to adapt new investigative methods and proving that sometimes the truth is found even when the silence seems absolute. This is a case where justice was served, but closure was not. A silent killer walks the prison yard. A grieving family waits for answers, and a city remembers the woman who vanished into the mist. Thank you for watching. If you found this story important, subscribe for more real-life investigations. And remember, justice is not just about conviction, it's about truth.